Hello and welcome. Look, if you're a non-resident Bangladeshi living in the UK, trying to handle things back home can feel, well, like a mission impossible sometimes. So think of this as your official mission briefing. We're going to walk you through, step by step, how to successfully navigate the power of attorney process at the Birmingham Assistant High Commission.
So let's just jump right in. Do you need to sell some land, maybe manage a bank account, or deal with any other legal stuff in Bangladesh, all while you're here in the UK? It's a super common problem, right? But don't worry, there's a specific legal tool that's designed to be your stand-in, your representative on the ground.
And that tool is the power of attorney, or POA for short. Put simply, it's just a legal document that lets you, the grantor, give someone you trust back home, the receiver, the official power to act for you. It's like sending your legal twin to get things done, all recognized and above board. It's absolutely essential. Okay, so here's our mission plan. First, we're going to make sure Birmingham is even the right place for you. Then, we'll get into assembling all your documents, your dossier. After that, we'll talk about the appointment itself, the fees, and the signing. Then comes a really crucial final step that happens in Bangladesh. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with a full mission debrief. Ready?
First things first, I mean it. Before you even think about gathering a single piece of paper, you have to be 100% sure you're going to the right place. The UK has a few different missions, and trust me, showing up to the wrong one is an instant mission fail. So let's figure out if Birmingham is your spot.
So the Birmingham Assistant High Commission covers all the counties you see here, basically the whole Midlands region. If you live anywhere from Staffordshire down to Gloucestershire, then you're in luck. You are in the right jurisdiction. Go ahead and pause here for a second just to double-check that your county is on this list.
And it doesn't stop there. Birmingham also covers a big chunk of South Wales, including places like Cardiff and Swansea. Now, if your address is not in any of the areas we've just mentioned, you need to stop and find your correct mission. It's probably going to be London or Manchester. Getting this right is the absolute first hurdle to clear. All right, jurisdiction confirmed, mission step 1 is complete. Now it's time to assemble your dossier. Seriously, getting all this paperwork perfect before you book your appointment is the secret to a stress-free process. So let's break down exactly what you'll need. Okay, first up, the documents about you, the person actually giving the power. You're going to need proof of your Bangladeshi nationality, so a passport or your NID card is perfect. You'll also need a UK proof of address, like a recent utility bill. Then, 2 recent passport-style photos. Make sure they have a white background. And here's the key tip. Bring a complete set of photocopies of everything. Next, let's talk about the property. You'll need a photocopy of the porcha, which is the land record. Now, pay really close attention to this next bit. You only need a succession certificate, or a warishnama, if the property was inherited. If you bought it yourself, you can just skip this document entirely.
You're also going to need something from the person in Bangladesh who's going to be acting for you. It's actually really simple, but it's essential. You need one clear copy of the national ID card for every single person you're giving this power to. Make sure it's a good, legible copy.
And now for the main event, the actual power of attorney document. You're going to need 2 full sets, and they have to be in the official government format. Now listen, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to tell you in this whole section. Bring them to your appointment unsigned. Do not, under any circumstances, sign them at home. Okay, so what actually happens at the appointment? You've booked your slot online, your dossier is all packed and ready to go. Here's what you need to know about the money side of things, and of course, that all-important signing process. You've got 2 options here. The regular service is £41 for a document up to 5 pages, and it takes about 3 working days. But if you're in a rush, there's an express service for £64 that gets it done on the same day. For either one, if your document is longer than 5 pages, it's an extra £4 per page. This right here is the golden rule of the appointment, and it's exactly why I was so insistent about bringing your documents unsigned. Every single person who is giving the power has to be physically there to sign it in front of the official. There are absolutely no exceptions to this.
Let me just say this one more time, just so it really sinks in. This rule is completely non-negotiable. If you sign those papers at home before you get there, they become invalid. Your whole trip will be a waste of time. The signature has to happen at the Assistant High Commission, period.
So, you've done it. You've signed your documents at the mission. Mission accomplished, right? Well, not quite. There's one final, really time-sensitive step that has to happen back in Bangladesh to bring your power of attorney to life and make it legally active. 2.
Just 2. Remember this number. It's probably the most important deadline in this entire process.
So what's with the number 2? Well, from the exact date you sign that paper in Birmingham, a 2-month clock starts ticking. Within those 2 months, that document has to get attested by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, or MOFA, in Dhaka. If you miss that deadline, the power of attorney is basically just a worthless piece of paper in Bangladesh. And how do you get your documents back from Birmingham so you can send them off to Dhaka? Simple. You can either go back and collect them in person, or, to make things easier, you can just give them a prepaid, self-addressed, special delivery envelope and they'll post them right back to you.
Wow, we have covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From checking your postcode all the way to getting that final stamp of approval in Dhaka. So let's do a quick mission debrief to lock in all these key steps and make sure you're set for success.
Here it is, your 5-step checklist. Number 1, confirm you live in the Birmingham jurisdiction. 2, assemble that complete dossier of documents. 3, book your appointment online. 4, go to the mission and sign both sets right there in front of the official. And 5, the grand finale, make sure it gets attested in Dhaka within 2 months. That's it.
And there you have it. What probably seemed like a really complicated, daunting process is actually just a clear 5-step mission. You are now totally prepared to handle this and get it done right the very first time.
So, you've got the plan, you've got the checklist. The only question left is, what's the first step you're going to take?